Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our trading room. Hang on here a second. We'll get the screen share going on. Okay, so let's do a quick overview. This here was yesterday's session, and you can see we've been retracing the same numbers since the end of the year. We really haven't moved all that far. Kind of stuck between, looks like around 8,700 and 8,900 this morning, opening with a very tiny upside gap relative to where we left off yesterday. But yesterday's session, bullish, but like I said, we're still retracing the same sorts of numbers. We've got a nice sideways trading range going on, little trading channel. This is going to end up in a textbook somewhere. So what's interesting here is with these channels, a lot of people think that a bullish break of the channel means that the market is just going to take off like that. But that's not usually the case. What will happen is very often on a bullish break is you'll tend to get a stronger reverse. So that's something to keep a lookout for if the market violates the top end of this trading range. Now, you should never micromanage this sort of stuff. You know, if the market breaks it by a tick or two, okay, that's fine. But if we start to get really pronounced breakout, you know, maybe a couple of days where the market is, oh, why is that not cooperating? A couple of days where the market's way up here, then you can look for a larger reverse, maybe even back down here to 8,300 where the market has been. I'm not going to get too bearish though, as we were talking the other day. The stock market has been rallying for a very long time, and it's not likely to stop doing that anytime soon. As far as this morning goes, taking a look here now at the Eagle and the overnight, you can see we're a little bit constipated. The London Open back here, and there's some decent ranges, but again, we're just going over the same numbers. So right now, we're definitely a little bit more bullish. We haven't printed our, or have we printed our first in-sync signal? Actually, I think it came back here. Yes, it did. So our first signal was to short, and this is one of those odd times where that first in-sync signal not working out. I probably would not have, well, the ideal stop would be way up here. I'm not sure I would have left it that far away though. All right. Now we're retesting the bottom end, so maybe we are going to get a little bit more bearish here after all. All right, well, looks like that number one signal giving us a decent amount of follow through. And whereas the day was looking a little bullish, now we are definitely getting a little bit more bearish. We've got this little bit of a sideways range going on. Whenever you see a market make a trend or something resembling a trend, a strong move like this, there will be a tendency for it to go sideways for a little bit. At this point, especially after you get a decent reaction, there's absolutely nothing wrong with throwing a just in case order to short down here. Now this order is here in case the market all of a sudden resumes the downtrend without notice. Just in case the bottom falls out of this market and you get no warning, you've got your bases covered. Okay, well, there we go. So a little bit of follow through here now on the number three signal. I'm going to get my exit order in play, and And get the old chart trader on here. So I'm in at 37, so I'd like to be out at around 32. Let's see if I can get that 32 3/4, right? Oop. Ah, there we go, got it. Should have perhaps been a little quicker on that number 3 signal. So what's going on now is we've seen a break of support. The buyers that bought here initially are obviously trying to buy the market up again. And there's that number 2 signal. Now we're going to see the sellers step up. Well, they have to. Otherwise, we're going to get stopped out. And if we can break this low one more time, I'm going to pull my stops down to break even. There we go. Because this is do or die now for the, no, maybe a little bit too quick. They hiccuped one more time. They'll probably continue lower from here. I could get back in off this number 3 signal. There's a second push opportunity if I want it. Or not. All right, so maybe it's just as well. They tagged me out there a little bit early. Oh, look at that. They're coming back again. All right, well, let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got that second push opportunity now on that number 3 signal. The second push simply means we allow the signal to engage. We see where the market flinches, and then we use that reaction point down here as the place we want to enter. And you can certainly park your order down there, or I'm going to try to use the good old trade calculator here to get my trade in. Ooh, like to see those pushbacks from the buyers, because that means if this market folds, it should do so in a big way. Sellers got to prove themselves here soon. Should get another number 3 signal here. There it is. Oh, come on. You could, if you wanted, you could leave your exit order in play up here and reverse the signal if the market heads higher. Oh, okay, they are going to try to check the top end. All right, well, I'm in at 45 half. We need out at 50 half. Come on, there we go. The Bollingers are also bullish. So what's going to happen now is, as we're developing the sideways trading range, which will be a little bit more obvious here on the Eagle, we're going to try to test the top end of the trading range. And fortunately, that's where my exit order is, my profit order. Got ourselves a nice little first micro macro cross here on the Hawk. That's promising. A trend change signal here on the Falcon. Oops. What are the sellers doing pushing back now? You stinkers. I'm going to produce a late filter entry signal here in the Falcon. That occurs when your filter goes out of sync, comes back into sync. Your trend line never changes color. The next signal, well, the signal printed right here, actually where our entry is, it tends to have a very high probability of success, the late filter entry signal. Now, once again, as we get closer here to the profit target, I'm going to start rolling my stops up. Come on, one more bar. All right, take the trade to break even, and yay. Back to the primary support line, as you can see. Got a ways to go to get back up here to the median line. That's a plausible target. Okay, let's put that away before I do something silly. Wow, not much in the way of follow through today. Okay, we're continuing to get this little back and forth going on. Somebody's going to make a move here soon. Okay, well, we're definitely building a sideways trading range, which, I used to fret about channels because with channels, you always get the false breakout. But once you understand how a channel really works, it's actually the market can't help but tip its hand to you. I wonder if this counts as a breakout here. We could put a just in case order to buy back up here. It's a rule of three on your eagle. Here we've got the three counter trend signals. We've had the test of the extreme. The signal itself printed way back here. So I'm a little bit late on the signal, but here we'll manage this from the Raptor because I have my trade chart trader turned on. Okay, first order of business, get the stop loss in. Let's see, we're in at 83. We'd like, oh, shoot. Let's just close that bad boy out right now. Didn't even have a chance to get my profit order in play. The market hiccuped so quickly. But we were well into our profit territory. So best course of action, just hit that close button. Get that bad boy flat. Oh, thanks, Phil. Phil says big ISM report, top of the hour. Looks like the market may have flinched a little ahead of time. Let's see. Well, here it is, top of the hour. Was that it? This is partly why I don't follow reports so much. Is it done? Okay, back to the hard edge, getting a little bit of a bounce. I don't know. Again, just like other days, we really haven't wandered too far. We're going over the same numbers here time and again. Maybe a second push on that number 3. See, we're developing another little bit of a sideways range here. My concern is this, that if this was the first break, this is the second move, that may have exhausted what the market was going to do. To the upside, anyway. Well, we've got a big second push opportunity on this number 3 signal. right, well, it looks like they're going to test the bottom end. If in fact we are developing another little sideways trading range, trading channel, we should have the same opportunity. There should be something here near the bottom end that's going to look like a test. Then we look for the retest. And then we look for, in this case, an opportunity to short. I'm not sure how bearish I want to be right now. A nice follow through on this red bar buy. I bet you we had a number 3 signal coinciding with that. Oh, funny. It didn't print as a number 3 signal, but that is what it was. It didn't print as a number 3 because the cloud here on your Raptor was ever so slightly out of sync. Whenever you intersect the hard edge of the trading band, you should anticipate some sort of reaction, however. All right, well, technically, we've broken the top end here again. So if I can get a couple of bars against the breakout, I can put my just in case order to buy up there. And then I can look to see whether the market's interested in heading lower or not. All right, so there's my just in case order to buy. This time I'll get my exit order in play. Now, if we get a pushback from the buyers, well, now we've got them in a corner, don't we? The buyers have attempted to move the market higher. The sellers have come back. Now we look to see where the buyers show up again. And it looks like they're trying to get in here. I could put a just in case order to short down here, effectively bracketing this range. I would like to see 2 bullish bars here, however. That would be better. Okay, well, we've got one bar counter. If I can get a second one, you know what? If the buyers can't get it together at this point, I think I'm going to take the chance and try to get in here a little bit earlier. You can see we're very neutral on the Bollinger Suite. All right, let's see what they got. They're tipping the top end. Oh, just in time with our number 3 signal here. So we had another hard edge bounce. Might have been a good idea to get in earlier there, but whatever. We broke out, we retested. Now we'll see whether the buyers can actually muster a rally. Which they should. They've been bullish pretty much all morning. Come on, get up there. Oh, shoot, they're starting to push back. This is a pushback from this breakout. Yeah, where are the buyers? I knew a pushback was coming because we're near the highs of the morning. I was kind of hoping we would get away from it a little bit though. So you see we opened, this was the high of the morning. This is kind of where we're looking to take our profit. So we've got another breakout retest type scenario going on here. ideally, well, first we need to clear this hurdle. There we go. Okay, I can bring the stops up a little. If we get above this high, then I'm going to roll my stops to break even. Come on. One more bar. You can do it. All right, I'm going to chicken out, take the trade to break even at this point. Nuts, a little bit too soon. That's a shame. I think that might have worked out. I think we might see the market trying to inch a little bit higher, but given that we're so close to the highs of the morning, I think I'm going to wait a little bit. Yeah, another breakout and no follow through. Makes me wonder if we're going to get a little bit of a bear move. Well, folks, it's getting pretty quiet here. We're going to be closing the room here at the bottom of the hour. We're getting a lot of candy striping going on here. That's when you're producing a whole lot of signals and nothing's really happening. Getting yet another number 2 signal. I don't know if I want to short it just yet, though. The last place the market rebounded from was right here around 88.66. So we're looking at yet another breakout and potential retest. So here's the breakout. Could put your just in case order to buy up there. I think I might entertain a short though. The hawk is a real mess here this morning. The falcon's starting to turn over. Actually, let's take a look at the all right, so what I'm doing is I'm anticipating the signal. So we're going to get the warning dot, the signal. Okay, I didn't get the signal. I should have got a signal. There we go. This next hiccup should produce a signal. Oh, look at that. This is rare that the falcon should move like this, give us the trend change, the attempt to recover the bull market, come back with a sell signal or with bearish bars, but not produce a sell signal. That's very rare. Let's see, did we get a signal on the Raptor? No, Raptor stalled also. We did get the number 2 signal back here. I guess at least we had the market structure to draw on, and I'm going to squeeze. There we go. All right, well, at least we got in our trade quota today, and we're going to be leaving with profit. Hooray, that's always nice. Another good start to the year. Overall, though, pretty darn quiet. All right, now we're getting a little bit of a trend change. I'm not convinced, though, that the buyers are out of it. The reason I say that is the market is not really trending today. It seems to be content to rally a little bit and then decline a little bit and then rally a little bit and decline a little bit until we get out of this stalemate. We're pretty much stuck. Ooh, there we go. We're getting a little bit of a breakdown now. All right, gang, I got to close up shop here this morning. If you're going to be trading the remainder of the day here, I think, like I said, the market is very much channel bound. So once it appears as though it may find some support, you could um, throw in an order, below that support zone as a just in case order. But I think you can anticipate another rally. I don't think the bulls are done. All right, be careful out there. I will see you tomorrow. Talk to you then.